Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bodied, a Cloud9 fancast. I'm your host Havokpus, and I'm joined with my co-host Frozencreek. We got a lot of Riot-centric games today for this episode.
Yeah, kind of the usual, I guess. Talking about Riot games, have you found anything OP in solo queue? Any Flash Ignite top laners?
No, not for me. I will say, playing mid, Ziggs can be really annoying and really hard to deal with when he's like really, really strong. So,
I play a shit ton of Ziggs, and I love it.
yeah, I played this one game where it was like Ziggs went like it was like Luden's into Archangel Staff into I think like Rabadon's, and he did so much damage it was like incredibly stupid. And I was like, how is this possible? This isn't fair.
It's kind of not, but he's always been weak. I actually go Leandri's to whatever the other one is most of the time because Ziggs has enough wave clear to
Oh no, that's what he did. Yeah,
go with
he
that.
went Leandries into the other stuff. Yeah. That's
Yeah, tier rush into Leandri's Seraphs and then Void Staff.
mhm.
I've been doing a bunch of that. I've been playing Zig for a while, and I couldn't tell if I was getting better with Ziggs or if he was just kind of strong now, and maybe he is a little bit strong, but a good Ziggs is tough to play in lane
Yeah.
if he hits his bombs.
Yeah, if he lands his poke, it's like, well, I'm already chunked to half. I used up my potions. I guess I'm just not gonna play today.
Yep, and his satchel is super strong too.
Yeah. Especially with
But
towers.
I don't know Ignite, TP Camilles or anything.
No, I haven't ran into any of those. I know Cloud9 did, and we're gonna be getting to that in a little bit. But first off, I want to give a World of Warcraft update because we love those WoW boys. They make us say wow, and we wanted to give you guys an update. They played the first two North American Shadowlands Cups. They finished second and third respectively. Each time they lost to OTK. They're just a good team. I think this is like maybe the first. Like I haven't seen them before, so I think they might be a new team or something. I'm not like super entrenched in the scene, but they're like the only team it seems right now that's really like challenging us and giving us a hard time. Like it seems like we're able to compete with everybody else, but then we got to play OTK Network, and then they beat us. So it's just like, damn.
Yeah, I am not very fluent in WoW, so I will trust you on that.
Yeah. So hopefully, I think maybe the third cup's this weekend. Hopefully they can figure out what they've been doing wrong, and maybe we can beat those guys, and get first place in this next cup. But moving on to Valorant, we have announced, to the shocking surprise of no one, that Poise is going to be our sixth player for C9 Blue. So now we have a 6-man roster in C9 Blue. I'm excited. Poise is a super nutty player. They showed some graphics in his video where it was basically like showing like the ladder standings, and I think for like last season, it was like Tens was number 1 and then Poise was number 2, and I think for maybe like the most recent updated ladder, it was like Poise was number 1. So a really good pickup, and I think that having a 6-man player with any type of game where it's like you have to play a shooter and the heroes, the characters have like varying abilities. It's good to have like at least a 6-man so you can like swap out, depending on people's like agent pools or like if maybe they're a better player on certain maps than others. So it just gives you more strategic diversity. So I really like this. We both Valorant teams actually play today for the second round of qualifiers for the Valorant Challengers Rising
Okay, so
event.
today means Wednesday.
Yes,
February
Wednesday,
10th.
February 10th.
And this podcast will hopefully be up before they play.
Yeah, I believe the time is It's one of those like group stage things, so it's like all the games are just gonna be going at once, which is stupid.
Oh yeah, that
Um,
sucks.
so that's gonna be happening at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh
That's
yeah,
when
this will be up then.
yeah, that's when it starts. Our first game is against Stay Small, Stay Second. Uh, and for blue team, and white team plays against Lunch Club. So
Ooh.
hopefully we can at least get. I would really like to see both teams qualify, just so we can have a really great like. We can have both teams in, and especially if we can have like blue at some point play white and actually play like a serious match. I'd really like to just see that happen, just so we can like get some really dope, you know, fighting content.
Yeah, bad content.
Anyway, we have a lot of League of Legends stuff that happened. Amateur, I guess we could just kind of build up to the degree of importance. So Amateur played the first round of the Challengers Uprising event, tournament, league, whatever you want to call it. They lost 1-2 to Revival. Uh,
Yeah, they kind of trolled. They were leading in gold the whole first game, and then they just lost. So they were like up in gold up until like the last like a minute of the game,
yeah,
and they trolled that game. They won game two with Yone, and then in game three they drafted the Demonte special of set mid, and they fell down to a big deficit, almost fought it back, and the Kaisa could not carry.
yeah. They, I think that game two they definitely had some good ideas. Like they had a good draft, and they definitely played a lot better. I think that this amateur team, we saw some really good stuff from like Breezy, and I think some of the other players. But I think it's just sometimes they just weren't coordinated and they really struggled to like get things going, and so or they'd have like an advantage in the early game, but then just make a bunch of mistakes and then well, better luck next time.
Yeah, game one was a perfect encapsulation of that. But they do have pretty strong early games for the most part, and they kind of just got outcomped in game three. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know much about what the Challengers Uprising series is gonna be like overall, but they played a best of three in the first week, so I'm hoping that means they're gonna be playing best of threes fairly often.
I think so, which I think is good. It gives you more matches to watch, and I think it also just gives these, sort of like amateur teams and like lower level teams that aren't in academy, just a lot of experience to play. So I think that it's great, and it just benefits everybody. So I really like the best of three format.
Yeah, and it was fun to watch. All the guys are good. Copy is the mid laner, right? Copy,
Yes,
is that right?
Copy. No,
Yeah.
Copy is our academy team player.
Oh, who's the? Oh, or it's Captain Shrimp,
Yeah,
right?
Captain Shrimps.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. He played Rumble, Yone, and Set, so super hype there.
Yeah, he's fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of him. But speaking of Copy, Copy's doing pretty well considering that C9 Academy currently stand at 5-1 in this academy season so far. The only academy team above us, I believe, is Team Liquid at 6-0.
Yeah, I watched the games, but I don't remember who they
No, I don't
played.
remember any of their games. I've watched them. Believe me, I have watched them.
They
We've done
beat
some really good stuff.
Immortals Academy and Golden Guardians Academy, both who are average.
Yeah, I can't remember any of the games. Like I said, the team is definitely doing some interesting stuff. They're able to do like the double support bot lane with like Seraphine and like do the whole like Moonstone, Water Staff approach. They're able to like play through Copy, and Copy can do some really sick stuff. Sometimes you have kind of messy early games with Schönfire making some pathing decisions that kind of get him caught out. That's one thing I have noticed. But other than that, the academy team looks pretty good. I'm hoping that Cloud9's structure can get the players to improve even more.
Yeah, we have FlyQuest Academy and Evil Genius is Academy this week, so should be fun.
Yeah, I'm also going to be trying to keep an eye out for Darshan. He seems to definitely be sort of the leader of the team, kind of. At least like sort of the backbone, since he's the most experienced player on that team, because he's been playing for forever. And I think it's also maybe just of note in terms of just the LCS roster. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying it should happen, but in the odd contingent chance of Fudge needs to like get subbed out, it'll be interesting to see how Darshan's performing in relation to Fudge, and if Darshan would be up to a level to where he can play just as good, if not over that, if the team needed him to. So I'm trying to watch out for that, just to just out of like curiosity, kind of.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that, but
No, I'm not saying
feel like
I'm not saying it is. I'm not
was
saying it should.
yeah. I feel like it was intentional though.
Yeah. I think that getting a really like veteran player like Darshan, I feel like it is sort of like, okay, if this rookie doesn't work out, we need to have some kind of backup plan. And Darshan does seem to be sort of a safe bet, because he knows a lot, and he can. I think he's fairly flexible in terms of what his team needs him to do. So it's not like he's gonna have trouble, doing whatever the main team wants. So I think that he's a really good pickup, just sort of for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, and this week we will be going against former C9 Academy players' contracts on Evil Geniuses and Kumo and Tomo on FlyQuest.
Ooh.
So should be fun.
I love how like we were able to develop so many players that like the majority of the league now is just ex Cloud9 players. And
Oh
we
yeah,
just
I know.
we just play against our former players most of the time now.
Or yeah, and it's not like we're TSM players. We're like that they go to TSM and then get like kicked off in shame. Like they
Oh yeah.
perform well and come back in on different teams and play well. I think Contracts and Kumo are the only two who kind of fell off a little bit, but
Yeah, I think in the case of Contracts, it was that he. I think Contracts would have been better if he stayed with the team for a little bit longer, because he only played for like a year, and then he wanted to leave. And I think that got kind of like stunted his development versus him staying and just starting. And I think Kumo's kind of weird, like, because he played for this for a while, and it looked like he was ready, but then he just, I think, kind of struggled to compete against other big top lane names. So, that is, for him, is kind of unfortunate.
yeah, I feel like he didn't get this the support that he needed on that.
No, yeah, when he was
roster
on
last
Evil
year.
Geniuses, it was definitely, he was kind of like on a tightrope, saying like where it was like, if you don't succeed, you're basically going to, you're just gonna get swapped out. And he kind of struggled in his first year, and I think that kind of made it to where people were like, maybe we shouldn't play Kumo, instead of like trying to give him as much opportunity as he can to like develop more and get into things.
Or yeah, so I'm hoping that maybe a year in academy and he can find a spot back in LCS again, because there are some sus top laners.
Yeah.
I mean, even one import got solo killed by an Immortals top laner over the weekend, so they could be looking for a top laner.
Yeah, so I guess transitioning over to the LCS and what happened, we had 3 games because can't just have 2. You gotta extend that action out, and we played against Golden Guardians, TSM, and Immortals. So what did you think of kind of this first week of official play?
I feel like I completely blocked out the first game. I do know that we played against Ignite TP Camille top, but like I can't think of anything dramatic from that first game.
Yeah, I think that I'm trying to remember, and I think what happened was that we were mostly in control of the game, but I feel like we were making it closer than it had to because we were getting overzealous. At least that's how I think what happened. I honestly can't remember, and I meant to watch highlights before this started, but I completely forgot.
Yeah,
I can at least look at the
we
draft. Maybe that'll.
had okay, so yeah, we had a relatively close game up until like 20 minutes and then took over.
Yeah,
We had Talia jungle, Azir.
yeah.
So
And Perks also played Azir in the TSM match, which was it was I think the TSM one that was definitely more of we were in control of the game, but I think that all us fighting a lot made it to where we were losing advantages where we didn't need to. Like my biggest criticism of the TSM match, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong on this, but I think that we weren't utilizing the map nearly as much as we needed to, or we should have, because we had Baron a lot, but instead of using the Baron to just do like a 1-3-1 or like a 1-4 push, with really, nice wave clear tools, we had Azir, we had, we had Jax, we had Udyr, we had Misfortune. Like you can push really well with those four, characters, but instead of really opting to like just do big Baron pushes with these really great like wave managers and everything, we're opting to going into these fights and just trying to just like 5v5 them when I feel like that it's really not necessary to do so. Like you have Baron, why risk your Baron when you can just push really hard and get some turrets and get a lot of standing gold and force TSM to be even more disadvantaged on the rest of the map. You know, I don't. I didn't get that. I felt that was really reckless of them.
yeah, the bot lane fight I think is the big one that you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
that one was the one that really upset me because I was just like, you have Baron, you don't need to corral them into like the bot alcove and fight here. It's literally unnecessary.
Yeah, to be fair, we were up 9,000 gold at that time, so it was a guaranteed fight to win, even if we inted kind of hard. And honestly, we tried our best to in that fight.
We did. We
Vulcan
tried really hard that game
outdid
to
himself
kind of throw it.
on a flank. Sven altered way too early, if I remember correctly. But Fudge and Perks played that fight really, really, really well. So that that was the highlight of the weekend. Was Perks' shuffle to push all three of GSM's guys back into the alcove
Yeah,
after they tried to run.
yeah. I think that um, I think we definitely benefited the most from the lock-in tournament because Perks and Fudge are looking a lot better since when they started. It seems like they're really gelling more, and Fudge is laning a lot better. So it looks like we're steadily improving, and I'm liking seeing Perks. Despite that, that meme, kind of bust out the Azir and show that he could be impactful on it. I think sometimes when you have a player take Azir, they really struggle because like his range is kind of wonky and doing the shuffle plays are kind of tricky. So if you whiff him, you're not really doing a whole lot. But you see, in the Golden Gardens game, he used Azir pretty well. Um, Blabber, I think,
Yeah,
is playing like a monster. He is just
his first blood top. Oh, uh, it was a thing of beauty.
he's just crushing it in general. Like he's just running around the map as Udyr and just punching people in the face and just beating the crap out of everybody. Um, he's making a lot of really nice impact plays early and then trying to carry that out throughout the rest of the game. And he's looking really really good right now. I think he's definitely sort of leading the team and how he kind of wants the games to play. Um, but he usually does a good job of that when he's ahead. I think when he's behind, he kind of struggles because his instinct is to kind of try to fight when you can't really fight as much when you're behind. But we've been kind of ahead in these games, and he's been looking really good at least.
Yeah, he's been big. His ability to gank top has been a huge win for us. I think the biggest thing I'm concerned about for Blabber is the jungle nerf in 11.4, which is
Yeah.
still 2 or 3 weeks away from hitting competitive, but it's gonna make it difficult for him to stay so far ahead in his role because he farms so efficiently all of uh, all of the time and almost to like a fault sometimes, but he's always been so far ahead of the opposing jungler.
Yeah, I had seen some people talking about that, and they mentioned that it was definitely going to be hard for him. It'll be interesting to see for sure how he handles things. He's mostly been playing like these really like high efficient farming champions. Like he's been playing Udyr almost exclusively. He's been playing some Olaf as well. But he could definitely play more than that. Like he's played Talia too. I think he's like really good with Talia because she's able to clear really well, and the Weaver's Wall lets him get these really nice ganks off and kind of flank the lanes to help, get a gank off and get a kill and put his laners ahead. So he seems to be unstoppable when he's able to farm efficiently. I think that I remember last year he had some issues when jungle kind of went away from that, and it was more like these tank junglers that cleared really slowly. He had trouble like adapting to like set jungle was a thing, and I don't think he played any like Sejuani or anything, but I think he tried to play Graves and he kind of struggled with that. Or he only played like he looked good in it, but he only played like one game. I can't remember, but I'm really interested to see how he handles jungle shifts because it seems like when things are in his wheelhouse, he looks amazing, but when things are outside of that, he really struggles to make it click. But hopefully with this new roster and our coaching configuration, we can, like avoid that or at least like soften the impact of any sort of jungle changes.
Oh yeah, and I think there's still going to be stuff that's in his a wheelhouse of fighting and such. Jarvan has seen some LLDC play, and I imagine that he's going to show up more after the nerfs to jungle, so that'll be good.
Oh man, I really don't want to see Blabber's Jarvan.
Udyr has not really been nerfed, so he should be okay.
Yeah.
But I think the most impressive Blabber moment from the weekend was in Game 3 against Golden Guardians when Xerxes came and stole his blue.
Yeah, Xerxes Xerxes missed like every shot. Like I was really worried for Blabber because Blabber didn't have a lot of mana, so I'm like, I don't know if you could fight this man, but he's still going in, and Xerxes like literally misses like every one of his abilities, and Blabber just keeps like hitting him with rocks, and then he eventually just kills Xerxes outright. And then I think doesn't he then transition just getting a kill top lane, like
Yeah.
right after?
For some reason, who was that top laner?
Oh jeez, I don't know the roster.
Niles.
Niles, yes, Niles.
Yeah. So Niles somehow did not see that gank coming from a red blue.
No,
or
it was
a red and blue
Revenge.
buff Udyr.
Not Niles. It was Revenge.
Oh yeah. Niles.
Niles
it
is
was
on Golden Guardians,
game 1.
I believe.
Yeah. Okay. My bad. Yeah. Revenge. Who solo killed Alfario over the weekend.
Yeah.
Just saying. So I would like to say, Blabber has the second highest goal difference at 10 of all LCS players. Guess who's first?
Oh man. Sven?
No.
Oh shit. I don't
It's
know.
it's Fudge.
Wow,
He has
really?
883 gold difference at 10
That's
through
impressive,
three
especially
games.
considering he had a really slow start with the lock-in. So
Yeah,
I'm really happy with his progression.
and it's not like he was picking Aurelian into Cannon or something. Like Jax into Camille is a losing matchup.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was able to snowball his early lead is big.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, his CSD at 10's a little disappointing, meaning he's probably missing too much CS, but still, that's good for Fudge.
yeah, yeah, for sure. But
And
I guess moving on, we've kind of beaten this horse to death with what happened last week. Looking forward to this weekend. We have a pretty like tough lineup of games on Friday, February 12th. We play Evil Geniuses at 8 p.m. Eastern. Saturday the 13th we play 100 Thieves at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then we have a romantic dinner date with FlyQuest February 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Um, I think this is gonna be really rough because Evil Geniuses look fairly strong. You know, like Impact's just like crushing it, and he's playing like it looks like he's like in like his form when like he kind of like initially went onto Cloud9 and he was just like dominating everybody in the top lane. Uh, he's looking like top form again. 100 Thieves, the three from that came over from Golden Guardians, closer Demonte and I can't remember the other one.
closer to Monte and FBI.
Yes,
Is that right?
yes, FBI. Yes, yes, yes. You're right. They're the like that core that went over to the 100 Thieves is looking really really good. Um,
Well, kind of.
kind of. I mean, they're looking really challenging. I put them in the top
Yes.
four. Uh,
They're a good team, but their week one was a little sus.
yeah. And then
Yeah, they had two 48-minute games that they had to come back
yeah, they
and
were
win.
definitely like having to come back. We also play FlyQuest. We're playing some our former Cloud9 boys. And I think FlyQuest actually has some potential to be a more of a playoff contender. They're having kind of a slow start in terms of like playing, but they they look like they're just trying to I think mostly just like get their rookies and Diamond and Halifax kind of up to speed with everyone else playing, and then you know Licorice and Jose Dioto seem to be playing at least fairly well.
Oh yeah, they had a tough week too. They had TSM, Evil Geniuses, then Team Liquid.
Oh yeah,
So
that's really tough.
yeah, so it's not a huge surprise that they lost two of those games
Yeah.
and beat TSM because LOL. But I think the toughest game, Evil Geniuses beat us last time, and in a best of one, 100 Thieves can be good.
Yeah.
But I think the toughest game might be Evil Geniuses,
Yeah, I was
in
gonna say
in my
I think
opinion.
I think it's basically the weekend gets easier as it goes on, but Evil Genius is definitely gonna be tough. 100 Thieves is gonna be a challenge as well. I think that FlyQuest on just looking at like on paper stuff, we should be the more favored team, but I think Friday and Saturday are definitely gonna be our toughest games. I think the important thing for Friday especially is to make sure Impact doesn't get anything he can like don't give him Shen. He's very good at it on Shen. Don't give it to him. Uh, try to keep him away from things that can make him really impact the game, and we can at least make it more even that way.
Oh yeah, he popped off on Shen over the weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them bring that out again. To be honest,
Yeah,
actually, 100 Thieves and Evil Genius is played on Friday, I believe, and 100 Thieves won. So I guess maybe 100 Thieves is a better team, but still.
Yeah, this is only the lock-in notwithstanding, since a lot of the teams, haven't really like played with their rosters very long, or didn't even have their complete rosters. Um, this being only the second week of like official play, it's gonna be really tough to really figure out like which teams are actively like strong and which ones aren't. So, kind of good to be cautious right now, and just assume that every team's a threat until you've kind of at least played them or have seen them play like at least for a few more weeks.
Yeah, and I think that this is our toughest weekend. I have to imagine overall because we're playing two top four teams plus FlyQuest.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling for predictions?
Um, Evil Geniuses can be tough. I'm gonna say like at the fairly least, I think that we're gonna go 2-1 this weekend. We could drop a game to Evil Geniuses. Uh, I'm confident that we can beat 100 Thieves. And I think we can for sure beat FlyQuest.
Yeah, I think it should just be a 3-win weekend again. I think that we're better than all these teams.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up the betting odds. We are favored in the Evil Geniuses game. So I assume that we're probably favored all weekend.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'm expecting a 3-0 because I don't think there's any team that is overwhelmingly stronger than us around the league, and until proven otherwise, I think that we're going to be the best LCS team
Yeah.
going into playoffs
Yeah, for sure.
for NSI in 5 weeks, I think.
Mark your
Yeah.
calendars now.
5 weeks. Mid-March. By the end of March, we should know who's going down MSI.
Yeah.
Or sorry, by mid-March, it should be confirmed that we're going down MSI.
Yeah. But
But yeah, I think that's about it for this week.
yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything else to add. So thanks for listening. If you want to hear more, be sure to follow us at C9 Bodied, and we'll see you again next time.
Yep. Bye, guys.